Hey, hey, hey. Today is Wellness Wednesday, and we're going to talk about something that most of the time people don't want to talk about. But this is a gut Facebook page, so we need to talk about this. And you can learn some great tips on how you can improve this part of your life. We're going to talk about constipation, and I want to give you 3 tips on what you can do to improve constipation. Now, when I talk about constipation, that can mean one of 2 things. It can mean that you're straining when you go to the bathroom, and maybe you have like poop that's more like pebbles, and you strain, and you may even have hemorrhoids. And constipation also can mean that you're not pooping every day. I actually prefer an ideal poop would be 2 or 3 times a day. Once a day is moderate. Less than that is constipation. You're just not getting the toxins out of the body, and that can cause many problems for the liver, the digestive system, weight gain, the brain, and many other areas because those toxins get reabsorbed into the body. So let's talk about number 1, foods to help you decrease constipation so you can have a regular bowel movement. There can be other things that are causing problems, motility, poor bacteria. So there's lots of other issues. So we can always talk about that later in a phone call. But if you are having constipation, you can certainly try to slowly add certain foods into your diet that can help. And these are fibrous foods. So you probably heard of prunes and how prunes can help you with pooping. So you can either eat the full prune or you can do prune juice. So that can always help you. I recommend whenever you're drinking a juice to mix it with water to just dilute it down so there's not so much sugar when you drink it. You can also do things like flaxseed or chia seeds. So if you've never had chia seeds, you actually can add them to water and then let them sit and they kind of balloon up. Then you can drink it down. So you can do that in water, you could do that in juice, or you can add chia seeds to a smoothie, to salads, to other things. Same with flax seeds. You can ground your flax seeds and then you can add them to soups, salads, smoothies to make it really easy. So those are 2 easy things. Other foods, artichokes, great. I absolutely love marinated artichokes, so those can always help. Greens, any type of green. So if you're having a daily salad, you are probably not constipated. And 2 other things that you can think about are apples, eating the outside of the apple. So make sure you're eating the skin, and figs when figs are fresh. So probably the easiest thing is greens. And like I always say, it's nice and easy to have a smoothie every day where you can put some sort of green in there. And then you can also add kiwi or berries or an apple or other fruits that can help you because of their fiber content. All right, number 2 tip is how to actually sit when you're going to have a poop. So toilets are getting higher and higher. And I remember last time we actually went to buy a toilet, I looked at some of the toilets and they were so low to the ground. And I thought, how horrible. Why are they so low? But in actuality, that is a better posture or a better way to sit when you're pooping because we're really made to poop in a squatting position. So if you haven't seen the Squatty Potty ads, I will put a link to that below because it really goes through the body and how when you have your knees up above your hips, it actually opens up the anal canal and you can actually poop easier. So in your home, you can use any kind of stepping stool. You can turn the trash can over and put your feet on the trash can. You can actually purchase a squatty body. You just want to have your feet up so your knees are actually higher than your hips. And that makes for a better position for your poop. And thirdly, how to breathe to poop. So, as you know, I always talk about the brain gut connection. And so, you've probably in your lifetime, when you got nervous, you've had to have diarrhea. And that is because of that connection. The nerves are speaking to one another. And when you get upset, when you get anxious, when you get nervous, then you can actually have to go to the bathroom. And so, one thing to do to prevent that is to calm yourself down with breathing. And we've talked about breathing earlier in the 30-day challenge with box breathing. So, you can go back to that one. But let's go over breathing. So, the problem with the way most people use the restroom is that they breathe in and then they push and they're holding their breath. And that's called the Valsalva maneuver, where you have a lot of pressure building up in the abdominal muscles, and it's not actually allowing you to use the restroom. So, what we actually want to do is exhale out. And so, one of the best things that you can do when it's time to go is to sit down on the toilet and actually start taking some nice, slow, deep breaths in and breathing out. And I actually recommend that you open your mouth and blow out as if you're trying to cool off some food. So, breathing in nice and slow, long, deep breath in. And when you do this, you're actually going to fill your belly up and it's going to push out. And then you actually open your mouth and you, and then keep doing that. Belly moves forward. Just by doing that and calming your body down, you may be able to poop automatically. It may just be an automatic thing. You may want to do a cycle of 5 of the slow, long breaths, and that will probably make it easier for you to poop. If you feel like you do need to push a little, blow out, and then you can push a little, and then the rest should just come on out on its own. So try not to breathe in, hold, and push. You actually want to breathe out. And then if you feel like you need to push a little, you can. Okay. The other thing is sometimes we have a tendency to lean forward in our when we're on the toilet. If we have constipation, you don't want to do that. You actually want to sit back. So when you're putting your feet up, that helps a little bit, preventing you from bringing your belly and your chest over your knees. So 3 tips for you to help you poop better, to decrease constipation so you can be happier and you can get all those toxins out of your body. I hope you have a wonderful day and I'll see you tomorrow.